Going very fast. Okay, welcome Madhava kids. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mataji.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
So,
Mataji.
who wanted to chant today 21 times of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Okay, go ahead, Subhadra and Giridhari.
Yes, Mataji. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kaladhara Shivashani Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sri
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Subhadra and Giridhari, for chanting nicely. Thank you, Vinita Mataji, for coordinating. Okay, so we have Hare Krishna to everyone. So nice to see you all. So we are meeting after a break, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, do you remember what we did the last class?
Didn't we do Narada and Chitraketa, Mataji?
No, Narada and Nalakuvera and Manigriva.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So yeah, so Narada Muni, what he did with Nalakuvera and Manigriva, how a curse turned into a blessing, right? So we will see what happens this time. We are going to see again, we are continuing with life of great devotees, Narada Muni and Kamsa. So before that, we will do the icebreaker. The icebreaker is, sometimes when parents or teachers, tell us some things that we may not like in a manner that may not be very nice. I mean, they may not be like our friends who don't care, right? Friends are always like we are together with friends, we hang around, we play around. But parents or teachers are not like that. We don't hang around with them, we don't play around with them, but they play a very important part. Sometimes they may be a little harsh in telling us some things, or sometimes we don't like what they say. Sometimes it looks like, are they really interested in me? Why are they doing this? I mean, many times we think that this teacher doesn't like me. Or if your sibling and you are there, then you might say, my mom doesn't like me, my dad doesn't like me, they hate me, and that's why they're doing like this. Okay. So you feel like that, right? In a situation where they're harsh and they're telling you something, you may react in a different way, but the question is, how should we react? Okay. Uh, Let me see. We have three participants. Haripriya.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So, like, personally,
Hare Krishna, Haripriya. Nice to hear your voice.
Hare Krishna. So personally, for me, like whenever my parents say something like harshly or something that I don't want to accept, even though they're saying it for my good, like I don't want to accept it, and I think that they're saying something wrong. But in reality, they're only doing saying things for our benefit. Everything our parents and teachers do and is so that we can be better. So instead of reacting like how I usually react, we should be calm and then we should accept their instructions submissively.
Thank you, Haripriya. Thank you. That was so honest and that's so nice. Okay, next we'll hear from Aishwarya.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Aishwarya. Danvat pranams.
So Mataji, so I have never had this situation with teachers, but I've had this kind of a situation with my parents a lot. And I feel like I don't really have the license to say this because I only do this half of the time. But when my parents tell me something and they're kind of harsh in doing it, I think the best thing to do is just to simply be calm and accept it and like admit our own faults. And I try to do this like a lot of the time, but I only succeed in doing it like half the time. And most of the times I end up yelling at my parents. But like eventually in the process of yelling at them, I realized that I shouldn't yell at them and eventually I calmed down.
Wonderful. I like this honest revelation and also introspection and the understanding that they are telling for my benefit. That's there in the background, right? That's so nice. Thank you, Aishwarya. Okay. So let's hear from Smriti.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, dear Smriti.
Mataji, I think when someone yells at you in the beginning, you always think, how dare you? Don't you know how much I think that I'm so great? Don't you know that? I'm like the most important person in all of America. How dare you scream at me? But like Mataji, we can't necessarily, but if it's my friends and they did something really bad, I scream at them. If it's my parents or teachers, I don't scream at them because that normally doesn't turn out too well because like but like I think the way we should react, because like always when we get mad at them, a few days later, we always realize, oh, they said it for our benefit. Because one time, I really wanted to go to this amusement park with my friends, but then, and my parents were like, no, because it's too cold, you'll get sick. And then, so then finally, at the end, nobody actually went because everybody got sick.
Oh,
So we
see?
should probably like stay calm and then understand they're only doing it for our benefit, even if we don't realize it at that moment. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Smriti. I love the example. Thank you so much. Okay, I saw Prahlad's hand up, and I see Bala Brinda.
Um, Mataji, okay, I tend to scream at my mom. I just get really mad, and I don't know, it just comes out of my head. Like whenever my mom says something harsh to me, I tend to scream. It's because it just, I don't know, I don't mean to say it, but it comes out of my mouth.
Thank you, Brinda. Thank you, Bala Brinda. So, how do you think, like, do you think we can do anything about it? Like, are you planning to um, think about it and change a little bit?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll change a little.
what steps would you take to convince yourself?
Well,
Okay,
I can't scream at my parents, so I won't do it, but the steps I will take is to first, whenever my mom screams, I should understand that she's meaning to saying that for my benefit. And my second step I'll think is I'll take a deep breath and I'll say, "Oh, this is just happening. It happens. I have to learn my lesson." And my third step I'll take is just know that your parents are saying it so that you don't get in trouble in future.
wonderful, Bala Brinda. I like the 3 steps very much. Thank you so much. So, this is something that they are telling it for my benefit, right? That's a big point, and that's a big realization, and that's so nice. Thank you so much, Balabrinda. Okay, so next we will hear from Shubhadra and Giridhari.
Yes, Mataji. So, Mataji, when our parents and teachers seem to be harsh and telling to us, we should act even though we always have we always react to them with screaming at them with all anger. That is going to be increase the problem more. So, Mataji,
Ah,
the first step is to always be obedient children, even though they're seem to be angry or harsher to us because they want us to have no fault in the future. And the second
ah,
reason is, Mataji, that this is also Krishna's wish that if he wants that that the parents will be very harsh towards the children. That's his wish. And the third reason is, Mataji, that we are all devotees. So devotees should always be obedient to their parents, even though they're angry. And Mataji, the last reason is that we should always be in a loving mood towards all of the devotees, because our first gurus are the parents, because they teached us about Krishna consciousness.
amazing. Amazing points, Giridhari. I liked it very much that parents are going to do for our benefit. And then Krishna is teaching us through the parents. So he's creating the situation, and they are doing it because in the future we should not have any fault. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Giridhari. Okay, next we'll hear from Shuhrud.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Shuhrud.
So, like everyone said, I also get, sometimes I also get angry when my parents are saying something, but after some time I realize that they're saying it for my own benefit. But at that time when I'm getting angry,
It's like Bhakti Samoha, Samoha Smriti, Bhuvima Smriti, Vamsa Bhutinasa, Bhutinasa,
Oh, wow.
the anger will overcome you, and there's nothing you can do. You'll just have to act according to the moods. And then I'm kind of used to looking. He wants to hear from another music.
That's nice, Suhrit. So, Suhrit, how old are you?
10 years old, Mataji.
10?
Yes, Mataji.
Very nice. I like the shloka that you quoted, right? That's so nice. We can we can put the shloka and the meaning in our closet, in the place, in our study table, so that when we see it often, and then when there's a situation that comes, then maybe the shloka will pop up, and then we'll understand the meaning, and we may try to be calm and obedient. Thank you, Suhrit.
What was
Okay,
that shloka, Mataji?
Krodhat bhavati sammoha, right,
Oh,
Suhrit?
Yes, Mataji.
Two
yeah,
point, yeah, second chapter.
okay, got it.
Nice. Thank you, Suhrit. Okay, Karthik.
I used to, I wouldn't even think of not talking back. I would just immediately something would come out of my mouth and retort. But nowadays, it's only about half of the time, and usually, what I try to do is I try to think that okay, they're just doing this for my benefit, and I just do it because I know that this is going to be good for me. And even if they're being harsh, it's okay because if they're being harsh, then I need to learn this lesson.
That's so nice, Karthik. Yeah. So if they're harsh, then I need to learn a lesson and it's good for me. It's such a wonderful thing when we understand that it's good for me. So although they're harsh, that's for my benefit, right? That's so nice. Thank you. And Prahlad.
So usually, I don't usually react. I don't usually react by being calm, but like
Sorry, what is that?
I don't usually react by being calm. But you should first think that they're saying it for your own good, and then screaming will only make it worse, or reacting will only make it worse. And it's in the mode of ignorance if you scream and make a tantrum.
So nice. Okay, I like your 2 points that if we scream back, it's only the mode of ignorance and it's going to make it worse, right? So
Wow,
better.
don't scream at your parents. Wow, this is nice.
I didn't do that.
Good job,
I
Prahlad.
said.
Yeah,
Not
good job,
scream.
everyone. Anyway, everyone did a great job in this icebreaker. We learned a lot, and many of you were honest. I liked it. That's a first step, right? If we know where we are, then we can aim to go where we want to go. Then we can slowly take baby steps. So everything was very useful. So let's see what great thing that Narada Muni did, which seemed very harsh to Vasudeva and Devaki. Okay, let's take turns. Aishwarya, would you like to read text 16?
Sure, Mataji. Text 16. After Arishtasura had been killed by Krishna, who acts wonderfully, Narad Muni went to speak to King Kamsa. That powerful sage of godly vision addressed the king as follows.
So, what are the two descriptions of Narada Muni from this text?
Mataji, can you repeat the question?
So, what are the two characteristics of Narada Muni that we can derive from this text? Uh, okay. Smriti.
Sorry, Mataji. I just had a question about the text. When
Uh-huh.
it says after Aristasura had been killed by Krishna, who acts wonderfully, does Krishna act wonderfully, or how he killed Aristasura was wonderful?
Yeah, so Krishna, how he killed Aristasura was also one among the wonderful acts of Krishna. Right? So after Aristasura has been killed by Krishna, who acts wonderfully, because Krishna always acted wonderfully so far, and killing Aristasura was one among them.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Smriti. Okay, Aishwarya.
Well, Mataji, first from that text, we can, well, it tells us that Narad Muni was a powerful sage of godly vision. So from that, we can also infer that he's very Krishna conscious. And
Mm.
like something a bit more subtler, I'm not sure if I'm completely right about this, but so when it tells us that Aristasura had been killed by Krishna, who acts wonderfully, Narad Muni went to speak to King Kamsa. So from our background context, our background knowledge of Krishna and Krishna's pastimes, we know that Kamsa sent all the asuras, almost all the asuras, to kill Krishna, and Krishna killed all of them. So, and here Narad Muni is going to speak to King Kamsa. So we can also know that Narad Muni is a sage and the type of person that strives to deliver the I don't know how to say it. It's like he strives to correct the people that are on the wrong path and who
That's
worship
right.
the wrong God.
That's very true. Thank you for that point, right? He's so merciful. Otherwise, why would he go to Kamsa and even talk to him, right? That's so nice. Yeah. So we can see there are two qualities of Narada Muni. He's a powerful sage. And then secondly is that he has godly vision. We will read more about his vision in the next class. But we know that he's a powerful sage. Otherwise, Kamsa would have killed him. But see how dare he is. He is so brave, he's powerful, he's fearless, and he's going and telling Kamsa what? We'll see in the next text. Karthik, can you read the text 17?
Okay. Narada told Kamsa, Yashoda's child was actually a daughter, and Krishna is the son of Devaki. Also, Rama is the son of Rohini. Out of fear, Vasudeva entrusted Krishna and Balaram to his friend Nanda Maharaj, and it is these two boys who have killed your men.
Thank you, Karthik. So you see, Kamsa was thinking, uh, can anyone tell me when Vasudeva brought back Yashoda's daughter from Gokula to Mathura, and then the gods went and told Kamsa, and Devaki is pleading, Kamsa, please, please leave her. She's a daughter, she's not a son. What did Kamsa do? And what happened after that? Monica.
So when Kamsa heard that Devaki had a daughter, he went and got the baby girl and went in the patio and was about to I was about to hit the girl on the rock, and then the baby girl got out of his hand and showed her spiritual form as Durga and said, "Oh, you rascal Kamsa, the eighth son of Devaki will kill you one day."
Thank you, Monica. Yes. What exactly that's nice, Durga Devi told was the child who's going to kill you is born already, is born somewhere already. That was a message, right? So Kamsa was thinking that eighth child of Vasudeva and Devaki is a daughter, and this daughter is Durga Devi. So he goes and then he removes the shackles and he says, please forgive me. And then Vasudeva and Devaki also forgave Kamsa. That is their greatest quality. They would never take any offense. That's why they were always pure, and Krishna was agreed to be born to them. So after that, Kamsa was always in the thought that Devaki's 8th child is a daughter. But here, he didn't know what happened. But here, Narada Muni is coming and telling that actually Yashoda's child was actually a daughter, and Krishna, who's Yashoda's child, is a son of Devaki. And not only that, Rama is a son of Rohini, and Vasudeva is their father. And so Vasudeva put both of them in the care of Nanda Maharaj. And you know, all the demons that you have sent, Putana, Trinavrata, Agasura, Bakasura, Dhenukasura, Arishtasura, Vatsasura, and Chakatasura, everyone you sent, they were killed by them. So this was such a revelation to Kamsa. So let's see, text 18. Prahalad, can you read text 18?
Yes, Mataji. Upon hearing this, the master of the Brajas became furious and lost control of his senses. He picked up a sharp sword to kill Vasudeva.
Immediately, he picks up a sword to kill Vasudeva because he thought Vasudeva cheated me by giving his 2 sons, and the sons were grown so big. When did he again, do you remember an incident where he picked up a sword before to kill someone?
At the time when they got married.
Yes, Suhrud. When they got married, he pulled up the sword to kill Devaki. Same way, he has such anger. Immediately he wanted to kill. Okay, Suhrud, can you read text 19?
Yes, Mataji. Excellent. But Narada restrained Kamsa by reminding him that it was the 2 sons of Vasudeva who would cause his death. Kamsa then had Vasudeva and his wife shackled in iron chains.
So Narada told Kamsa, what's the use of killing Vasudeva? If you kill Vasudeva, the two sons of Vasudeva who are supposed to kill you, they will flee from that place. And Vasudeva is not going to kill you. Okay? So they are the ones who's going to kill you. So what's the point in killing Vasudeva and alerting them, and then they're going to run away and you cannot catch hold of them? So then Kamsa, instead of killing, he said Vasudeva and Devaki should be shackled both in iron chains. So is Narada acting like a friend of Kamsa or a friend of Vasudeva and Devaki at this point of time?
Kamsa. Both.
Kamsa.
And
Devaki and Vasudeva.
Isn't he acting like a friend of both?
both.
Okay, how? How is he acting like a friend of both?
Saving
Well,
Vasudeva.
he's telling Kamsa that if he if he kills Vasudeva, that's only going to make his situation worse because then the sons of Vasudeva and Devaki are either going to be very angry at him and directly come at him, or they're going to run away, which would make it worse for him. And at the same time, he's saving Vasudeva from death.
Yes, that is his know. He knows how to talk to demons. What would make the demons listen? That he knew. Okay, so he told this. But actually, if Vasudeva and Devaki heard this, that Narada Muni told Kamsa that their sons Krishna and Balarama are in Vrindavana, how would they feel?
They would
Betrayed.
get angry.
Betrayed, get angry, and then they could think, how come he could do that? Because immediately Kamsa is going to arrange to kill my boys. and he already killed 6 of them. So how? I mean, they would feel miserable, right? But actually, we know why Narada Muni did this was he's accelerating. So comes the death of Kamsa. Kamsa and Krishna has to meet. Okay, then the prophecy will come true. So by telling this, he's bringing an end to the atrocities of Kamsa, because Kamsa is going to try all over to kill Krishna and Balaram. He decided that I'm not going to send any more men to be killed by Krishna anymore. I'm going to bring them here. Okay. But in that process, we know, Kamsa got killed, and Narada actually did the greatest benefit to Vasudeva and Devaki. How? By bringing Krishna back to them. After Kamsa was dead, then Krishna and Balaram came. First time after birth, they did not see the child, their children, and then they're seeing them first time, and you can imagine after 10 years how they'll feel. So in fact, Narada Muni, although seemingly it looked like he was not a friend of Vasudeva and Devaki, at the end, he was great friend of Vasudeva and Devaki. He put an end to their separation from Krishna, and he got the parents meet with their beloved son, Krishna again, right? Isn't that a greatest benefit? Right? Okay, so that's what it looks like. Many times when elders, wise men, gurus, and senior people, when they say something, it looks like, why are they saying this to me? And they are like my enemy. But eventually, as you all said, it's for our good. Ultimately, it's for our benefit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Balavrinda, are you there? Do you want to read the last text 20?
Mataji, she did not finish her chanting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shubhadra and Giridhari, do you want to read text 20?
Yes, Mataji. So after Narada left, King Kamsa summoned Keshi and ordered him go kill Rama and Krishna.
So immediately he first sent Keshi. Keshi was the strongest. But then when Keshi also was killed, then he said, okay, no more sending anyone. Let me bring Krishna and Balaram here. Whom did he send for bringing Krishna and Balaram?
Akrura.
Akrura. Why he sent Akrura?
Because Akrura was their uncle.
Akrura was the uncle. Akrura was also a devotee, not like Kamsa. Right? Kamsa was also their uncle. Kamsa was demoniac. So like this way, we understand 2 lessons. How Kamsa was a king of everyone, emperor of everyone, but he was a slave to his senses, slave to anger. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. He would immediately get angry. And then we also learned a lesson that Narada Muni, saintly persons, even though they do something that is seemingly bad for us, is ultimately actually beneficial for us. Okay, so let's go to the group task. So there are 2 groups. One team will be in the main room. That will be team 1. And team 1, your job will be to collect 2 quotes about anger from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Actually, Suhrit told a shloka that can be used by whichever team he's there in. And if you can just Google, you'll get 2 quotes, means 2 shlokas or some things from the purport. Then team 2 also does the same. Collect 2 quotes. Okay. Team 1 will bring about solutions. When we are angry, what are the steps that we can take to curtail the anger and pacify ourselves? Okay. And team 2 should bring out, this is a situation that someone who is working with us, they're very angry now. Okay, it can be the parent, it can be a friend, it can be the teacher. How can we bring down their anger? Okay, so team one will work on strategies for our own selves. You can either use the wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and the quotes. Of course, you'll be using what the quote says, and also your own, some of your practical experiences, something that you learned from different places hearing. Okay. So first is to curtail our anger. Second thing is when someone whom we are working with is angry, what do we do to mellow them down? Because if we get, it's natural to get angry. If someone is angry, then we also get on to that. Like we also get angry, and then it becomes big and big and big and big. But we'll have to see if someone is angry, how can we not also get angry, but what can we do to bring down their anger? Okay, this is in breakout room. Yeah, Mataji. Oh,
I'll open the breakout room, Mataji.
yes, Mataji, yes.
Open.
After I finish my 6th grade.
Okay, the main room will have Aishwarya, Haripriya, Karthik, and Prahlad. Team 2 will have Monica, Smriti, Shubhadra and Giridhari, Suhrid and Tulasi Manjari. Oh, okay, I'll go to the breakout room. Guys, you can start your discussion now.
Okay, so so we're doing two quotes about anger from the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, right? And solutions.
And solutions for ourselves or someone else?
I think just solutions in general.
No, because team 2 was solutions for like other people who are working with us, and team 1 was for ourselves. So which we're team 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then solutions for ourselves. Should I create a doc?
Yeah. So I'm really clueless about the shlokas and everything, but I can come up with solutions.
Yeah. No, as long as you do a search on Google, like just search like anger Veda base or something, you can find a lot of things. And this one website, Vani Quotes, is a really good resource.
So should we like copy the shloka from Veda base, or should we like take a screenshot or something?
Copy paste would be easier because I don't know what device you all are on, but I'm on a computer. For me personally,
Yeah,
copy
I'm on a
paste would be
computer too.
same.
So should we do just the shloka and the translation?
Yeah, just 1 second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So then we want. Have anyone found good?
Yeah, I found a shloka. It's the one before Krodat Bhavati Samoha.
Okay,
I will.
it's like chapter 2 something.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Okay, before okay, so you'll put it, then I'll find something else.
Yeah.
Whoever else is in the group. Also, can you see my doc or can you see like everything I'm doing? I'm going on Vedabase now.
I can
We
see
can
just
see
your
this.
document.
Oh, okay.
Should I change anything? Can everybody see that?
Oh yeah. This is good. Just maybe make it a little smaller so we can fit other things on the page.
Yeah.
How about 16.21? Hold up, let me copy paste. I'll put it underneath this one.
Hmm.
I'll fix the like formatting and stuff. But is the shloka good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Let's make this all fancy. Times New Roman. Wait, what did I do? Um, um, Minds. Okay, while we're adding these, does anyone have any solutions for like getting rid of anger?
I think I have another shloka. Can I add it from
Yeah, sure.
Bhagavatam?
Then while you're doing that, I'll start solutions on the next page.
A lot of the shloka part is in title mode. Should I change it?
Yeah. Is that why the spacing is really like
I
weird?
think so.
Okay. Solutions are on the last page. Also, you might want whoever posted the Bhagavatam shloka, you might want to get rid of the Sanskrit version because they're the same thing. And let's see if we can find any references for how to control anger.
Get rid of the
The
interest.
Devanagari. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have a few. Should I put a page break after the shloka and start the
Yeah.
syllabus there? Okay. Um,
I found one about controlling anger from Nectar of Instruction, but we are only supposed to do Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. We can include that in our solutions, though.
Yeah, nectar of instruction also should be good.
Oh,
It's okay. I mean, I meant that's easily accessible, but nectar of instruction is also okay. You can take quotes.
okay.
So have
Well,
you
let's see.
started brainstorming and noting it down?
Yeah, I'm working on that, Mataji.
Okay.
Let's make this normal.
So I thought a solution for anger would be to so like one thing that always helps me when I'm angry is to rationalize the right um path to take, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surfing Vedabase for Krishna conscious solution, so if you could write that down, then that would be very helpful. 21, 22, 30, 20. Okay, this one isn't like from the shlokas, from the purpose, so I think we can include it in our brainstorming instead of the actual verses. So, um,
Oh, thought of one thing we could do.
huh?
I thought of one thing we could write. So, when you're angry, try to stay in the company of good, good-minded people, like Dhruva did. Like he went to Suniti.
Yeah. When you're angry, um, I can write that. Okay, I already want to write that.
You can add it.
When you're angry, stay in the association of Sat. Is it okay if I change to Satvik?
Sure, sure. I just didn't know
And,
how to incorporate Satvik in there.
and good, yeah, good minded, sir. Oops, I'll change the font back.
And also, so this isn't the perfect example, but because Yudhishthir Maharaj, so like when he was afflicted with despair about his situation, he He asked Krishna to speak eternal spiritual truths at the end of the Kurukshetra war, like when all the widows of the Kauravas were weeping. He asked Krishna to speak spiritual truths so that he could like reiterate and review kind of what he's supposed to do.
Can we add the Prabhupada quote last, because that's like the Krishna conscious, the conclusion, all that.
Sure.
Very good. I think another thing we could use was like count to 5 or chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra when you feel yourself getting angry. Like control that urge before it explodes.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Okay. So, Mataji, maybe we can close the breakout room.
Sure, Mataji, I'm closing them.
Yeah, guys, you have 1 more minute. Everyone should contribute at least 1 point. I heard Haripriya, Aishwarya, and the others, like whoever is there, please contribute 1 point at least. Balavrinda, Prahalad.
Prahalad, he contributed a shloka. So
Okay. But you can contribute something like towards this exercise as well. Okay, so I think they'll be here in couple, maybe a minute, and then we can start presenting. Okay, everyone is here, right? So are you all done? Which group wants to go first? Is group breakout room group ready?
Yes.
Okay, you can go first.
Monica?
Koda bhavati samohat smriti vivamaha smriti brahmsad buddhi nasad vanasyati.
From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. Bhagavad Gita 2.26.
63. Okay, no problem. Yeah, the next sloka.
नरकस्येदं द्वारं न शृणुमात्मनो कामं क्रोधे तथा लोभस्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्.
There are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Bhagavad Gita 16.21.
These are some ways that calm another person down when they're feeling angry. So number 1 is to listen to their problem and sympathize for them, because when somebody's angry, they normally want someone to talk to. If they're like really mad and upset, they don't want people to talk to them, they want to be left alone. but like most of the time they want someone to talk to and somebody who can understand them. Because if you were angry, you would not want somebody to start yelling at you. And like, I'm already mad. Don't make me more mad. And then number two is put yourself in their shoes and to feel how they would feel if somebody had done that to me, how would I feel? And to think of it that way, and that might help you understand what they're going through and help them feel better.
Thank you, Smriti. That's great.
And then number three is to help them if the problem can be fixed in our hands. That we like to help them out with the problem if we're eligible to do it, like if we can do it, and if we know how to fix the problem, we should help them out. And number four is get help from higher authority. And like if we don't know how to solve the problem, you get help from adults and teachers, and ask them how to solve the problem.
So number five is tell them to take a deep breath because if a person is very angry and frustrated, we have to let them to have to breathe because when they're angry, because Krishna says that if one person is angry, then he cannot think. If he cannot think properly, then yeah, it can be in bewilderment and loss of intelligence. And number six is give them a lecture on why not to be angry, state ill effects of angry, because it is very important for people or if your friends to learn that the importance of not being angry and the states which gives off being angry, because it is when you become angry, it is the mode of ignorance. And because in the mode of ignorance, we are all devotees and we should always try to become in the mode of goodness, like being in Krishna consciousness. We should not be angry.
That's beautiful.
Give them, number 7 is give them space if they are mad. So, like, it's not good to talk too much also. It's not good to talk too much of anything, but especially when somebody else is angry, you have to, like, give them space.
Mm.
And then number 8,
Smriti, I think, right? Or Manjari, Tulsi Manjari.
Try not to get angry at yourself because that doesn't make it any better for you or the other person either.
Thank you. All the people, you did a good job. I like the two quotes and I like the practical solutions. Each one just explained a bit of what we could do. And that's wonderful. Okay, I hope somebody takes a screenshot. I think usually Smriti's mom does that and she shares it. So that'll be great to have this handy. Okay. The first group.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you see my screen?
Yes, now we can.
Okay. So one of our verses is Srimad Bhagavatam 4.11.31. Should I read the shloka or just go straight to translation?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
सम्यच्छरोषं भद्रं ते प्रतीपं श्रेयसां परं श्रुतेन भूयसा राजन् यथामयम्. My dear king, just consider what I have said to you, which will act as medicinal treatment upon disease. Control your anger, for anger is the foremost enemy on the path of spiritual realization. I wish all good fortune for you. Please follow my instructions. Our second verse was Bhagavad Gita 2.62 ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment lust develops, and from lust anger arises. And our third shloka was 16.21 from Bhagavad Gita. त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभस्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. And for some reason, this shloka got repeated. So,
That's okay. That's beautiful.
solutions.
Okay. The first solution is to rationalize the right course of action and make it appealing to the mind so that will follow. When you're angry, stay in the association of sattvic and good-minded people so that they will provide you with a calm and peaceful influence, like Dhruva went to his sattvic mother Suniti when he was angry. Remember the spiritual truths taught by the Shastras.
Count to 10 or chant a Hare Krishna Maha Mantra when you start to get angry so that it doesn't get too high. And like if it gets too high, it kind of like it explodes. Remember that anger only hurts, it doesn't help people, so it won't bring you any good. And also, anger is the mode of ignorance, and it does you no good. And then also try to control your mind and take a few deep breaths before you get angry.
Hare Krishna. So we can also remember that anger brings out our lower side, and we should try to cultivate the practice of bringing out our higher side. As shown in the Ramayana, when Bharata and Shatrughna control their anger to please Rama, they refrain from assaulting Kaikeyi and Manthara, and that shows us how to do that. That's from wisdom from the Ramayana on life and relationships. And another thing, the most important one, in the purport of Nectar of Instruction 1, Srila Prabhupada said, however, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled. Similarly, anger can be controlled. We cannot stop anger altogether, but if we simply become angry with those who blaspheme the Lord or the devotees of the Lord, we control our anger in Krishna consciousness. So here, Srila Prabhupada says, one's mind will naturally be controlled if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best. But we also see that, like, devotees, like anyone in the material world, can't be free from anger. So we can use our anger in the best way possible, and we could try to minimize it as much as possible. So an example of this was Hanuman. Hanuman, he never got angry at the devotees, but he got angry at Ravana, who blasphemed the devotees and the Lord. So instead of getting very destructively angry at Ravana, he got angry at Ravana, but he used it in a constructive way that served the Lord's purpose. And so it also, Srila Prabhupada says that it's not wrong for us to get angry at those who commit offenses toward the Lord and his devotees, but we shouldn't let that be very explosive, and we should never get angry with the devotees. So by doing all these things, Srila Prabhupada tells us that we control our anger, and we control our anger situated in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, all the kids. You did a great job. I liked the shlokas and the translations, three of them that Haripriya read, and also these practical tips. How we can control anger is so nice. So that's it for today. Let's have one more summary screen left. So let's do that. So what do we learn from this is that two lessons. One is that great personalities may do something apparently bad, but it's always for our benefit, right? As Narada Muni did to Chitraketu, Nalakuvera, and Manigriva, and so many others. And what did we learn from Kamsa? That anger is the greatest enemy, and we need to work on reducing anger even in our daily life. So that way, then slowly and surely, we can be successful. Okay, so any questions?
No,
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you all very much for joining today. See you all again next week, Krishna willing. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Mataji.
Bye-bye.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Please share the your work in the group, okay? Both the groups,
Yeah.
please share it.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mata.